So kind of talking through a couple things, you guys. Let's look at, let's just have a discussion and we'll kind of get to the start of the day. First off, what is this? Why do I waggle a golf club? Yeah, but also why is golf so hard? Because golf is a game separated by a lot of time. If we all tee off right now, we all hit good drives in the fairway. When do we hit our second shot? 5 minutes later. When do we hit our third shot? 5 minutes later, hopefully not 10 seconds later. All right, so it's separated by time. And then we got to get acquainted with the club we choose. And the club we choose could be a sandwich or a 3-wood or a driver. You may play a course where maybe you hit a driver on the first tee. Like a guy like Mitch may not hit driver till the 6th hole, par 5 or something like that. Right? So it's like, okay, I hit a driver on one hole because it allows me to hit a driver because maybe you hit it far or super tight, maybe you don't. So you build familiarity with a golf club in the athletic moment that you get to hit it. The whole game of golf's wrapped up in 1 minute of athleticism. 1 minute. Every swing's 1 second, guys. 1.2 seconds if you're slow. And you take 40 of them. 45 if you're not very good. That's okay. Right? So it's a quick event. Now in the quick event, we're trying to help you guys sort a few things out. So, I can go along the whole group. Right? Everybody's in a little different state. But what I want you guys to recognize a few little things. My instinct picking up a club was to put it in my hands and do what with it? Become aware of the weight of it at the end of the stick. So when you see this, here's, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I'm getting my lead arm, my left arm up on top of me, waggling the club a little in my hands, finding a radius, tap, tap, with a long lead arm, long left arm. So here's a little bit of a waggle, and then watch my head, watch my torso as I clip a little shot down range. So there's a ball that got gathered up in that down and out circle of a swing. Nothing's going straight back or straight through. Physics over feelings. Okay, we can feel like we try to make it go straight. We can try to guide it straight. You can't. You'd be pretty good if you could get a structured piece of string, get your head out of the way so you didn't hurt yourself, and get a club head spinning around that piece of string so it didn't twist and contort itself, and then you could get to where you could go and you'd hit a good shot. Okay, so in golf we've got, we stand on these 2 feet of ours. We position ourselves in a certain way. Now watch where my head goes, guys. I can tell you it's not going to do this. That would be feelings. That would be me trying to make something go up in the air, hanging back, trying to help it. Okay? This would be feelings. Here's some physics. A push. At all times. Like this is me waggling and pushing. Do I look massively uncomfortable when I do this? Do I look like, oh, that can't be comfortable? No, because you learn feel through mechanics. You don't learn mechanics through feel. So everything's got to be mechanized first, and then you become comfortable with it. Right? So you learn feel through mechanics. So here's, me going, okay, this is my structured arm on top of my body. Narrow little stance, waggle, waggle. Looking into the shade down there. Trying to energize the club appropriately. The ball gets gathered up. What is a follow through, guys? It's the first time your arms get straight. First time. Many people will play their whole lives and never get their arms straight because they've had some kind of a steep delivery. Okay, you're always putting your hand in the flame, so you always have to retract your hand to survive. And you can play that way, it's just not powerful and it's not as fun as it could be. Okay, so now my lovely slicers, okay, which is most golfers. Why do most golfers start as slicers? It's pretty simple. This golf club comes to us on a really weird angle. We stand here, we kind of do something like this. We look at it, we put our hands on it, and then somebody says, no, you got to interlock. You can't hold it like this. And you go, oh, okay, I got to interlock. Oh, that's better, because I'm interlocking now. Can you see? Way better now. You laugh, you get it, Ray? Okay, you still suck, but now you're interlocking, because somebody said you got to interlock. So then you stand here and you go, okay, well, I'm interlocking. They told me to do that because that keeps my hands together, whatever the hell that means. And so then we do this, and then we put some load into the golf club, and it goes weakly over to the right for a golf ball never to be found again. Okay. Well, I'm doing everything they told me to do. I keep my head down longer. There's my grip. I'm interlocking. That's what they told me to do. Okay. And then pretty soon they'll, when you load this golf club, meaning when you change its direction, when you think about what a golf club is, guys, it's some off-balance event. It's this shaft. If I put a circular weight at the end, then the balance would be even. But it's not even. It's this thing that I can't set on a table. It's going to flop one way or the other. Okay? So it won't stay. It has to flop. And if I'm going that direction, which way does it always want to flop, guys? Always wants to lay back. Which way is this going to make a ball go? Yeah. Therefore, everybody's a slicer. I got this guy from Australia reaches out through social media last night. I don't know who he is. Some guy, some coach. I'm sitting on the couch at 8 o'clock, whatever time it is in Australia at that point, no idea. He's like, hey, mate, can I call you? I'm like, sure. So through like Instagram, instant phone, whatever the hell it is, he calls me. Hey, mate, g'day. I'm like, hi, how are you? And he sends me a picture of this lady's grip. She looks fit, perfect. Like she's holding the golf club like this. It's like, what do I do with her? I go, fix her hands, man. Get her hands on properly. Why? Because you're always negotiating the club twisting in your hands. So when you look at this and you look at my grip, you go, okay, why did I take pride in this? I didn't know all this stuff when I was a kid learning how to play. This didn't even come into my mind. I was just told to do it, and I listened. And then I played, and played some more, and got pretty good at it. Okay, and it was when I got older, I'm like, oh, wow, okay. Now I see why everybody sucks at golf. Because nobody's been a pain in their ass and explained this to them, that there's my grip. Does that look okay, guys? I mean, I don't know if you know what you're looking at, but that's a nice, neutral looking tour pair of hands. Now, if I relax this, where's the club go? Closed. Pointed where? Way to my left. But if I energize this with pivot, where does my club go? Square. And with what? Shaft lean, a stronger club face, all these little goodies. But if you learn how to play with this grip, there's no reward ever to do that because you just hit it over there all the time. So what do you teach yourself to do? Buy time for the open face, hang back and use man hands or lady hands and strength to do it, fix it. Okay, now in most cases you guys are gripping pretty good. So I'm not fixing awful grips. There's a couple I'm tweaking. Well, we're touching up a few, okay, for valid reasons. Now what I want you to recognize, like if I go this direction now, and do me a favor, Mike, work that camera over there for me. So now if I go this way and we kind of freak out Jimmy as you're taking videos of, oh, javelinas. Nice. Javelina family, look at that. I always say a joke. If you have a super wide stance, I say I don't really want a really wide stance. I don't want javelinas running through your legs. Well, here we can actually use that joke because I use that all the time. Jimmy, javelinas. Imagine if the javelinas run through my legs. They're coming. Okay. So my point, guys, now when you watch this, when you watch, I can have a delivery a couple of ways. I can make Jim super nervous. Here's why Jimmy's lovely group of slicers topped every ball. Because if just cover the good stuff. I'm going to get right to it, right? Why not? So if a club is coming down this way, over the top, does it have any window, guys, to have a nice relationship with this back of the golf ball? So when you watch this little pitch shot to Jimmy's left, you're just seeing a club moving at a rate which is kind of not comprehensible, really. It's like a magician doing slow card tricks in front of your face and you can't figure it out. But you can kind of see what's happening here. Can you see how the orbit of the club is changing? Or I could do this. Now, do I have any window to hit the back of the golf ball, guys? And the meaningful part? The meaningful part's underneath the equator. Now from here, I'm dead in the water. All I can do is really kind of top it, right? So when you're hitting these little shots, it's like, okay, conceptually go, gosh, this game of golf's a side-on thing where I'm over here and the ball's over there. It's a circle that goes back up and in, down, out, and forward. Hopefully touches the ball, brushes the grass. You know, in order to do that, when I look at this, I could go, you know, those stacks of golf balls down there. You know, so bad range ball must have been cut because it went off to the right a little bit. But am I taking this thing and going this way? Because I can top it all day, guys. Watch. And then, you know, what's your buddy that you play with going to say if you see this? What's he going to tell you? Keep your head down. Because you lifted up, didn't you? No, you didn't lift up. You had a hula hoop that made no sense for this thing to kind of work its way down into where potentially it could have success making a ball go up because the circle's too steep. Okay? So now you had a question, Chad. Something about neck mobility. What was it, pal?
Yeah, car accident years ago.
Yeah?
With my neck to the left.
Okay, so you can't rotate. Your mobility looking this way is limited. Very limited. Okay, that's fine. I'd say that, all right, I get sympathy for you. I hear you. But I still think that you have the ability to have a club get behind my hands. Because I want you to understand something. Maybe you get this, maybe you don't. There's a big difference between address and impact, guys. So when you look at me at address, coming back to my hands, here's address. I don't hit it. I don't return to this spot at all. At all. I return to this spot. There's impact. And how does that get to a golf ball with contributing, unwinding, and a little relocating? So this adjusted, kind of uncomfortable place that coaches are trying to get you in as a combination of arms and hands and flared feet perhaps, is just a place to prepare you for the dynamic delivery, this blink of time, where this club goes back, stresses against the hands. So this is a club that's kind of stressing back behind me. Now I could use my man hands and I could tumble this club and I could try to hit, I could try to get to a target line really early. In fact, coach, do me a favor, grab a big yellow stick out of one of the tall yellow ones for me if you don't mind and come back over here. Thank you, bud. And yeah, tall yellow stick, or orange one, my bad. So javelinas, look at those, they're kind of cute little buggers. Look at those, they look exactly the same. Huh, anyway.
Somebody over there grab one.
Yeah, go grab one, right? So here, you know, here's this event of where a target line is. There's this one on the ground. Do me a favor, coach, hold the target line right up here, just right there. And hold it from over here so that you're not featuring your butt. It's a nice spot, but up here higher.
Yes, sir.
So there's a vertical representation of the same thing that could be on the ground. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Here's a target line, it's up here. There's a target line down there. I could make a backswing and I could try to go to the target line immediately, couldn't I? I could kind of lose patience and go, and try to get to the target line really, really fast. How's that gonna help me present that club head to the ball down there? Steeply, very little window for success. Or I could be massively patient and go, you know what, I'm not going to go to the target line right away. I'm going to let the club get way closer to the ground before I have a little bit of pivot toward it. See the subtle difference in that, you guys? See how you can see that differently? Whether you're a slicer or a hooker, it's the same kind of thing. Thanks, coach. Like, we don't have to go to the target line immediately. The target line can be something that is we can have a bit of patience for. Meaning, as coaches, we're going to do our best to make sure you get your hands on there. You're like Ray, God bless you. Some of you that have this worn out palm up high in the hand, you've been doing that forever. ever, okay? And then in one day, we're gonna come in here and expect you to make this dramatic grip change and buy into it. It's hard. It is hard because you've done this forever. Man, that's really comfortable. I wear out my grips, I wear out my gloves. I gotta buy lots of gloves because I keep wearing them. In fact, I'm gonna go buy those gloves that have the reinforced pad because my crappy grip I need that reinforced pad because I've got a shitty grip. So I'm gonna save money. Now look at, Michael's looking at his hand down there, right? Rather than buying nice gloves that feel great, that can, oh, by the way, when you buy gloves, buy 3 at a time. Wear one day, rest it the next day. Wear the third one, rest the gloves. You get a lot of good use out of those gloves for a long time. Or buy one glove, eat a hot dog with it, wear it constantly, get sunblock on it, wear that glove for 3 weeks and turn it into some dish rag. Okay, so the first option is the better option. Now, so guys, going on this little rant, like looking at this and how do I get this delivery, I could come steeply onto a ball, top it. That's why that ball went up, because I popped down on it so hard. In fact, I can pop down and sometimes and catch it. So there's just steep stabs on the top of a golf ball. Or I can go, gosh, I got a whole day here to work with these guys. What would it be like to playfully go, okay, what's this? Here's a dress. What is Marty doing here? What does my left wrist look like at a dress? What does it look like when I'm about to deliver a golf ball? Seen any changes? What do you see, G? What do you see there? What does my wrist look like? What is it? I'm completely trading the values, aren't I? What was bent because
concave.
Amen, brother. Okay, head scratch, right? Now from there, how do I get to this golf ball? I guess I could do this, or I could have some ability to do what? Toss a little pivot in there. Mike had some of you guys pulling a rubber band over on this side over here. See where I'm going with this, guys? So this is what's fun about it. It's like, ooh, okay, I see something maybe I didn't see before. Cool, I can water the seeds a little bit, okay? Other things, guys, watch this. So I took something with a stronger loft. You might get away with a steep delivery. If I took something with a stronger loft like a hybrid, now I need this runway to be effective, because again, if I'm steep, here's my slicers on the par 3 last night. Sort of tease you, but I got my fun too. No, I'm just kidding. But if I'm steep, I can top the ball perfect, right? And I could say, my neck, yeah, I get it. Everybody's got aches and pains. We all do. Or I could say, okay. A slicer desperately doesn't want the ball to go which way, guys? That way. So what is a slicer going to do? Exacerbate the problem by swinging more that way. Because now I'm going to spin the shit out of it over there. So now playfully and with guidance and love, little tormenting too, right? We can go, oh, okay, wait a second here. That club can't swing to the left now. That club with some pivot, and it's say, oh, but Marty, I mishit that. Why did I miss that? Because you're developing a new skill. We're learning how to get a club to orbit into a ball differently. I don't like the expression swing inside out. Hate it. I don't like the expression to try to swing inside out, because if I take a circle that's got a bottom here and I try to swing out to right field toward Mason, where's my swing bottom go? Way back here. And I love you driver thwappers. Love you driver thwappers. Get that head cover off that nice driver with a nice black oxidized bottom on it and rub the black right off that thing. It's not even designed to touch the ground. So now watch, this would be different. So if I'm hitting it right at the camera, here's a club working which way, guys? Kind of behind me. I'm not swinging inside out. This club is very, very different in how it orbits as I pivot. See where I'm going with this? Because ultimately, guys, what do you need? You need a better runway into the back of the ball. So tapping a hybrid out there, again, what do you notice? A little wider stance. The ball a little bit more forward in the stance. And we'll have a driver session, a turf strike session, and a short game session. And you'll start to see short game. The golf ball relative to my feet didn't change much, but now I'm kind of on top of it, more in front of it. As I start to progress with an iron, a driver now, I'm basically behind the darn thing because it's the most forward within my feet. But looking at this, you go, okay, as we warm up here in a minute, and you go, how can I have this club orbit a little differently? Here's how a club can orbit, and hit the appropriate side of the golf ball so I can hit a pretty functional shot out there. Now you can't see that. You just see how a functional swing. Guy should hit it pretty good. He's a pro. Right? But there's a golf swing that orbited into the back of the golf ball. Ball responded and went. Physics over feelings. Am I making some sense here? Right? So then we start to take on that. We go, oh, I see. Wait a second here. Could we understand how these wrists move? I call this a D shape. This is me dabbing this in the inkwell, starting at the bottom corner, going straight up. That's vertical, isn't it? Straight up. That's a power generating event. I want that. Here's a shape now that is helpful for golf. I just drew the vertical of the D. Here's the belly of it. It doesn't quite complete to the bottom though. What gets it to the bottom? A little contribution of pivot. Okay, so Chad, would you kindly put your hands together for Chad? Get your ass up here, Chad. Put your phone down in your seat. You don't need that. You're not even going to hit balls, mister. We're just going to have a talk. Put your good hands on it, mister. Come on around over here. Okay? You're not going to hit this ball, but let's just have this chit-chat. Set up to it for me. So right now, I could tell you that Chad could be some high-level player. I could be very good. Don't know yet. Looks pretty good. I'm like, could be good. Okay? Now, awesome. Now, you keep your eye on that thing for a bit, okay? And I'm going to manipulate you a bit. Now, Chad is in our address position. Now, I'm going to take Chad and I'm going to put this in the inkwell. And I'm making a video for you, but if you want another one, great. Here's an opportunity to have some whapping energy. Can we agree? Whap, whap, whap. Okay? Now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this in this delivery position. That feels weird to you, doesn't it? It's like, what's that, Marty? I just went, okay, here's the vertical, here's the belly. Now this club's way behind his hands, isn't it? How does that club get to this thing? By you going, yeah, a little bit of this. Now, is he going to be great at that full speed right now? Probably not, probably suck at it. But can he mentally go, I see what's happening here. I can see, quote, Mo's magic hands from a video, because Mo always said, I always felt like my hands went backwards when I hit a golf ball. Why do they feel like they go backwards, guys? Because you're playing with a weight that doesn't want to go forwards. Here's 2 pounds in front of you that wants to sit idle until you move it. Now, a lot of you are going to move it like this with man hands. I don't want you to move it like this. I want you to move it like this. Watch the difference. See how the handle's moving first? Now it's got its own momentum in it. Makes it easier for it to want to go this way. So you can go and suck at golf, your choice. Or it can be a little bit more handle first, so that when you change direction, what's going to resist changing direction? That's going to resist changing direction. And then it's going to do what to the hands? Put them in this nice flexy thing where they don't come apart, Chad. Okay, but they're basically got this leathery, flexed, stressed condition that's now giving you a different reward system to want to pivot a bit harder because the club is behind you and it needs to get out. Okay, or we can go like this and just keep going on the top of a ball, right? As Bob with 3 B's shakes his head. But are you starting to see this now a little bit, guys? Perfect. Trying to make a point, okay? Point made. Having this runway into the ball is a critical deal, and you got to understand this relationship. So get your good hands on there. Okay, awesome. You look fantastic. Wonderful. So we developed some sort of back sling. Look at Whitey. Close your eyes. Good. And feel what's going on here. That's different, isn't it? Yeah. Feel this is way back behind you. Good luck coming over the top from here. Can't come over the top from here, can you? All you can do now is kind of pivot a bit. Hit one. And guess what will happen too? Bye-bye chicken wing. Because now since this orbit's coming this way, the release is going to want to go that way. What's steep, guys, will produce this. because you kind of have to, or you're going to thump the ground so hard you're going to shake a veneer off. Right? You see where I'm kind of going with this? So as you guys warm up, we're going to warm up for about, we'll do this for half an hour. We'll get the barber poles going here. I want you to start doing, and this will be a bit of a spastic thing. You'll feel like, what? That's okay. It's okay to be playful, be spastic, mess up. Ask your coach. I'll be walking around too. Okay? Now, thank you, buddy. You did a great job demoing. Okay, now maybe, Chad might have had a little revelation there. I don't know. Maybe you guys saw something you've never seen before. Don't know. Maybe not. Hope so, maybe. I sat in plenty of classes with plenty of instructors and just stared at them. My brain wandered all over the place. Maybe I picked up a little bit of what they said. Maybe I didn't. You guys got a video you can refer back to if you want to. Right? We know if you're watching them. Not that I, mandate you watch them, but they're there. It's a little clicker. It's so-and-so watch their video. Good. Hey, Marty, I'm not getting any better at golf. Well, from what I can tell, you haven't watched any of the videos we made for you. That helps, right? And then we go, okay, playfully learning how to do this. Waggle, waggle. Maybe starting with a wedge. Guess what shape my waggle is almost, guys? What do you notice? Yeah, interesting, huh? Interesting. And then, this could be a mild exaggeration. Seeing it? Good. Okay, have you been taught that before? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Decent coach might have taught you that. Not decent, but the club pro coach has a tough time. You know what I mean? They just got done doing the scoring for the ladies club. They got to run out, meet you at 1 o'clock for a lesson. They got to, got to be in lesson mode. Got to go out there. Hey, G, how are you? Good. Let's have a look at that swing. Okay, cool. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Right? They got to go back in and meet with the GM for a bit. I don't have to do that. I just got to focus on you guys, coach you. I was that guy. It's hard to be that coach, right? So guys, can we agree we don't want to wear out the heel pad of our golf gloves? Okay? Can we agree that we've got to start to recognize when something is going one way, we can go the other. See that little ziggy zaggy? These little shots as you warm up, guys. I'd say 100% of my left foot or 100% of my right foot. Can you see it? Am I moving my head left and right a bunch? But I guarantee if I had bathroom scales right now, I weigh $182. 91 pounds right now would be on each scale. But right now they're going to be 200, 200, 200, 200. Because I'm weighting and unweighting. I'm not putting my weight to my right or my weight to my left, but the pressure is quickly shifting, bam, 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 between my feet. Can you see that now? Now that I explained it that way, okay? I'm not shifting my weight to the right at all. Not shifting, but I can assure you there's a little pressure. Weight shifting's too slow in that 1 second event, but pressure isn't. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. I didn't get through Algebra 101 the first time. Sorry. Had to take it twice. Had to get a tutor. Maybe you guys are going to be the same situation. It's okay. We're going to try our best to coach you. I know my teacher tried to help me get through 101 the first time. Couldn't do it. Okay, I'm on a rant today. Fired up. Now, guys, let's warm up a little bit. Any questions now before we get started? Like something really gnawing at you? Anything?
Sometimes where you put the weight, like when you have the driver, the weight is in maybe the weight's in the left foot.
Okay.
But like right now, when you're saying maybe you're using an 8 or a hybrid.
Sure. So a driver. Here's my pressure. Same thing. I guarantee you, 200 pounds is hitting these things that quick. And then there's a moment of calming myself. There's a pressure, and everybody's got to be behind what they're hitting. Only time I'm not behind what I'm hitting is I'm trying to hit it artificially low, or maybe a driven chip shot. But I don't even want to get into that craziness. So there's pressure that hits the ground that can, hopefully accelerate things. Any help on that? Is that helpful? Good. Any other questions? Good, guys. Grab your toolbox. Let's warm up a little bit and get to it before we break into groups and do a little circuit. Hey gang, thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Remember, hit the like button. If you're not a member, click subscribe and share it with your friends. And don't forget, we got a lot of elevated, awesome content at TS Plus. You can check out that link below.